Good morning, friends. This is a talk about IAOS Mega MAHT delivering 10 to 15 pass equivalent ozone in a single session. MAHT is a wonderful procedure, but to deliver the desired dose of ozone required, often a multi-pass procedure is needed. Standard teachings advocate 50 ml or 50 micrograms per ml ozone diffused in 50 ml of blood for a single pass, and the standard MAHT will provide 5000 micrograms. Prashamsa's enhanced 70 microgram dosage provides 3500 micrograms. Research has found that even higher doses of ozone are needed for specific situations, and that low dose ozone is not as effective as specific dose ozone. The mumbo jumbo of ozone producing oxidative stresses is based on theoretical conjecture and is not proven by in vitro or in vivo experimentation. Ozone therapists increasingly recognize that a single MAHT cannot deliver 25,000 micrograms per session dose, and to tackle this issue, multi-pass ozone therapy was introduced, in which blood was drawn in the same bottle by producing vacuum and the steps were repeated. 10 passes would just give 25,000 micrograms per session, 15 passes would give 37 micrograms per patient per session of ozone. As each pass takes about 10 minutes and then we need 5 minutes to reapparenize the bottle and create vacuum, only 4 passes can be done in an hour. Thus, 10 passes would take about 1.5 to 2.5 hours if done meticulously and properly, waiting for the ozone to diffuse. That is toxic both for the patient and the therapist. IAOS Mega MAHT bottle with super vacuum and 540 ml capacity are capable of giving up to 36,000 micrograms in a single step. The first video is a step-by-step demonstration of the procedure in my sister Dr. Pramila taking 36,000 micrograms, and the next video is myself taking my routine dose of MAHT followed by hydrogen nutraceuticals. First of all, we take heparin. This is 1000 milligram per ml, that is a 540 ml new IAOS mega bottle. There are 3 marks on the lid: a small circle, a big circle and a plus. We take 3 to 4 ml of this heparin, which is 3000 to 4000 ml, 3000 to 4000 units of heparin, and we can inject the same into the bottle. We push the needle in, wait for the heparin to be sucked in to the bottle, and then we pull it out with the needle. Now we need to add a little more heparin, about 2 ml or about 2000 international units, and the same is diluted with saline. This is used for priming the special transfusion set and the Venflon, which is going to be used for extracting the blood. If we plan a longer session with nutraceuticals, it is better to use an 18G Venflon. Otherwise, a butterfly is adequate for EBU and nutraceuticals. The diluted heparin now is used to prime the drip set or the blood transfusion set. It is essential to coat the inner lining of the set with heparinized solution to ensure that there is no clotting in the system. We wait till the heparin goes up to the bulb, and once it is in the bulb, we are ready for the procedure. We also now pour a little bit of heparin into the bivalve, which is going to be connected to the end of the transfusion set, and then we are going to prime the Menflon also. Now, a tourniquet is applied, the vein is identified, and an 18 gauge Menflon is used for venipuncture. For MAHT and EBU, an 18 gauge Menflon is more than enough unless we want to do large volume blood. Now we connect the primed drip set and the connector to the Menflon. We need a bivalve at the end, because in case there are any air bubbles in the drip set, they can be taken out when they reach the Menflon. The transfusion set is connected to the Menflon, and then the opposite end is moved and pushed into the bottle. Because here the vacuum is very high, we must not abruptly open the bottle, because in such case, due to the speed, the Menflon will collapse. We gradually wait till there are no air bubbles that are being sucked in, and once the blood starts flowing freely, we can open up the set and allow the blood to get in. You can see the extremely powerful vacuum and how blood gushes into the bottle at a tremendous speed. We are now taking 12,000 micrograms of ozone, 100 micrograms per ml, 60 ml in both syringes. So, 60 ml, 100 micrograms is 6,000, 2 into 6,000 is 12,000. So, this 12,000 is going to be diffused in the blood before the bottle is inverted, and as this goes through the stainless steel diffuser, the tip of the diffuser will be above the blood level, and this will act as an air vent also, and subsequently through the same round spot where we injected heparin, 3 to 4 more syringe loads of 60 ml can be pushed, so that the ozone will bubble slowly through the blood and ozonize it further. We are collecting something like 200 ml of blood in the big bottle and ozonizing it with 6 syringes of 60 ml each of 100 microgram per ml ozone, making the total administered dose at 36,000 micrograms per session per patient. This is equivalent to a conventional or traditional 15 pass MAHT or even the usual EBU using renal dialysis filters. We can see that almost 200 ml of blood have been collected. After the first ozonization, already the blood is becoming cherry red. We now put the second time into the same plus. So, these are the third and fourth syringes, and once we turn the bivalve, the syringes will suck in the ozone. We have to be careful about the position of bivalve. Yes, they are both going in, and we can now remove or unscrew the syringes, leaving the bivalve, closed bivalve there. The bottle is inverted. So, now 4 syringes, that is 24,000 micrograms have already gone into the bottle. You can see the color of the blood is tomato red. One more syringe full of 60 ml of 100 micrograms per ml ozone, totaling to 6,000 micrograms is now extracted. This shall be pushed through the smaller hole through which we have earlier pushed heparin, and this can be repeated 1 or 2 times depending on the total amount of ozone that we intend to administer to the patient. So, here we are now giving it slowly through the blood so that it bubbles, and again we are withdrawing the syringe. You can see the blood is blood red, thoroughly ozonized, and the patient is smiling and happy with her therapy. So, we have now given as much as 15 pass ozone in a short duration of 12 minutes using the IAOS Mega MAHT bottle. This makes the surgeon's job easy. Once the blood is exhausted, the syringe is taken out and the bottle is discarded. We can see that the blood in the system in the saline set is cherry red and as bright as that in an IBU procedure. This is a short, sweet procedure, quickly finishing without toxicity to the operative or the patient. Once the ozonated blood is inside the body, we attach a heparinized syringe for flushing the remaining blood, and she will wait for the next 45 minutes to 1 hour before nutraceuticals and a hydrogen infusion is administered to her. As the ozone dissipates in 45 minutes and the singlet has finished its action, it is safe to give hydrogen after an hour. The next video is myself taking my monthly performance enhancement MAHT and hydrogen infused nutraceutical drips. The hydrogen is bubbled in a 100 ml saline solution with 5 grams of vitamin C, 1 ampule of vitamin B12, 1 ampule of vitamin B complex. This procedure is started even while my IBU is going on. I am taking 24,000 micrograms of ozone with my UVBI, and thereafter I will take the hydrogen after waiting for a desired period. So, this is a 200 ml bottle, and you can see that the blood is coming in rather fast. I wait till 60 ml of blood is collected into the bottle. Subsequently, my nurse is instructed to collect 250 ml syringes with 100 micrograms of ozone, 100 microgram per ml of ozone per syringe, making the total ozone dose 12,000 in these two syringes, which will be injected into the 70 ml of blood which has now been collected for my reinfusion. And once more, another 120 ml of 100 microgram ozone in two syringes shall be injected one after the other after the system is put into the ultraviolet radiation. You have to ensure that the needle goes into the plus symbol of the bottle. One syringe might be pulled in due to the gravity, due to the vacuum, but for the other syringe, we may have to use manual pulling. You can see that the syringe is gradually being pushed in and it is coming in. Now we have to push both the syringes and rapidly invert the bottle and pull out the syringes, so that because of over pressurization, no spillover is there. The ultraviolet lights are switched on, and once again 2 more loads of 60 ml are pushed into the heparin hole and bubbled slowly into the blood. So, a total of 24,000 micrograms of ozonized ozone has been administered in this MAHT procedure. We wait till the blood is drained in the set and thereafter attach a heparin loaded syringe to the Benflon. I will wait patiently for 45 minutes to begin my hydrogen infusion. In the meanwhile, the bottle of hydrogen is still hung and is being bubbled or charged with hydrogen. We have already added vitamin C and B complex and B12 in the 100 ml saline bottle, which is being bubbled with hydrogen. Once the ozonated blood is in the body, the tube is the perfusion set is the transfusion set is closed, and a syringe with heparin diluted, which is left over from the previous priming of the transfusion set, is attached, and I wait patiently for 45 minutes until the preparations of hydrogen are done. Once that is done, we can see that the hydrogen is being bubbled, and this is the system how it is being doubled, and how I am waiting for 45 minutes. After such an MAHT, one must wait 45 minutes to allow ozone to perform its oxidative activities and then dissipate. We do not want the oxidation antioxidation paradox or antioxidant hydrogen infusion to neutralize the ozone that we have just administered. Once 45 minutes have elapsed or ensued, we can connect the hydrogen bubbled nutraceutical solution into the main Venflon, because by now the nutraceuticals are fully charged with hydrogen, which is bubbling at the rate of 600 milliliters per minute. We take off the air and then into the infusion cannula or butterfly. This is connected and the infusion started. As I am only using 5 grams of vitamin C, the speed is slow. Next is acetylcysteine. So, once the slow flow has started and there is some space, I add an ampule of acetylcysteine. The ampule is a little tough to break. Finally, sister is asking the help of Narayan to break it. The acetylcysteine is withdrawn and this can be injected into the saline bottle through the top so that it mixes with the existing nutraceuticals. Acetylcysteine is a great hepatoprotector. We are allowing the transfusion to go until 40 ml of the hydrogen bubble solution is left, and only at this stage will glutathione be mixed into the solution. This is because glutathione is a very rapidly oxidizing product and hence must be given in the end for dermatological conditions or for fairness. It is given as a bolus, but for general health, hepatic health and performance enhancement, glutathione is administered into this saline solution when about 40 ml is left, and we ensure that the infusion is over within 10 minutes or even lesser. As IAOS glutathione is very pure, there is a possibility of it causing slight feeling of burning while the molecule travels down the veins, as it oxidizes everything in its path. And to ensure that this does not cause any trouble, we ask the nurse to give a gauze piece or cotton soaked in sanitizer, which is gently rubbed on the path of the vein so that it does not cause any pain or burning. So, this nutraceutical solution has got number 1 hydrogen infused saline, number 2 vitamin C, vitamin B complex, acetylcysteine and finally glutathione. You can see the bubbles of hydrogen in the bulb, and this molecular hydrogen bubbles will be infused directly into the body to produce remarkable antioxidation effects. In my personal case, this one session once a month dramatically improves my performance, increases my energy levels, reduces my weight, reduces my blood pressure, and there is a general sense of well-being. Once the transfusion is over, the set is raised a little till the solution reaches near to the junction with the cannula or butterfly, I personally find that a single session of MAHT plus IAOS formula of IB hydrogen significantly improves my energy levels. You can see from these slides that from 750 calories to 880 calories in 10 days, from 3 hours to 4 hours 40 minutes my exercise minutes, from 109 minutes to 165 minutes, steps from 10,000 to 16,000, and pulse rate has come down. The carry-on messages, ozone doses are yet to be quantified, so do not trust unqualified people or homeopathic people telling you how much to use. Use high doses. Micro doses of ozone must be avoided. Be bold and follow IAOS methods which have been tested on the doctors themselves. You can see a message from one of my colleagues who is a member of this group about how one single session of Ibu transformed his life after he was suffering from the effects of chemotherapeutic toxicity before an operated brain tumor. For further inquiries about purchase of this equipment or learning about ozone or any other details, feel free to WhatsApp me at this number. Thank you very much. Thank you.